I'm Barry's youngest son. I just want to take a few minutes to tell you guys all a bit about his life. He was born October 19th, 1948 in Summit, New Jersey to Arlene and Aubrey Neese. He was the middle child between older brother Ron and younger sister Sherry. He grew up in State College, Pennsylvania. At the age of 4, he contracted polio. He spent many years in physical therapy, regaining limited muscle function. As a part of this recovery, though, his parents enrolled him in piano lessons, starting what became his lifelong passion. He bought his first organ at the age of 12, created a band with his friends, and started gigging at frat houses at Penn State at the age of 14. He attended Penn State himself, where after 3 years as a chemistry major, he traded in his chemistry credits and enrolled in the Bachelor's of Fine Arts for Music Composition. His career in music then led him to Pitt University, where he got his master's degree in music composition. And while at Pitt, he met my mother, Gail. They were married after 3 months, although Dad's version was always that it was about 2 weeks. While my mom attended law school, he played 6 nights a week at a restaurant to pay the bills. A timely phone call from Ed Isabel of Woodward Gymnastics Camp brought him into the world of gymnastics music. He put out a simple advertisement with a simple message: have piano, will travel. After years of driving up and down the East Coast recording gym routines, he got an invitation from the U.S. coach Bill Sands to prepare music for the U.S. national team for the 1978 World Games. He played routines for his first Olympic team in 1980 and put his first catalog together for Floor Express Music in 1988. In total, he provided floor exercise music for gymnasts who accumulated 27 Olympic medals. His family's connection to the Durkham family brought him to Summit County for the first time in the late 70s, where he kindled his passion for skiing and spent his winters camped in the A-Basin parking lot in the first iteration of his signature blue van. In this time, he made some of the closest friends of his life and helped found the A-Basin in Durham. During the first annual A-Basin in Durham, Barry and his teammate set the 3rd all-time vertical drop record for the basin with 71 runs, a record which stands to this day. My older brother Nate was born in 1981. Nate spent the first winter of his life in the A-Basin parking lot, with Barry taking him skiing on a daily basis in a Snuggie front carrier. He needed a few more children to fill out his ski team, though. In 1986, my brother John was born, and I followed in 1988. The same year, my parents relocated full-time to Summit County. Dad and his friends spent 30 years turning the little cabin he bought, tailoring it to all of the needs of his family, his music studio, and his business. When I was a kid, he took advantage of the fact that he worked for himself to take huge chunks out of his life and take each summer off to spend time with us. We hiked and biked and camped and road tripped nearly every day for 3 months straight each year. He showed us more of America by the time I was 18 than most people see in their lifetimes. In the winter, we skied every Saturday and Sunday. Every spare moment he had, when he wasn't working, he dedicated to giving us the best, most adventurous, most joy-filled, most fun childhood he possibly could. Following his mother's lead in 1994, he began attending Dillon Community Church. For over 20 years, starting under Pastor Brian Post, he spent almost every Sunday morning doing his best to shake the church down with his foot stomping and raucous piano playing. And then his Sunday nights trying to do the same to Bill and Alicia Spears' house from M Mountain Ministries. Christmas in particular was a special occasion at BCC, as he would bring as many of his musically talented friends and family together as he could to play preludes he composed in music and Christmas carols with the congregation. While BCC was largely his musical and spiritual home, he also developed a strong attachment for this church, Agape Outpost, due to its beautiful scenery and the music of Pastor Mike Atkinson. In 2011, he was diagnosed with thymus cancer and had a subsequent diagnosis of Goods syndrome. He battled Goods syndrome for 8 years with the help of his immunologist, Dr. Rohit Katyal of National Jewish Hospital. The Monday after this past Easter, he was hospitalized with a life-threatening bacterial infection. He survived through 14 surgical procedures, but finally passed away the morning of June 7th. He's survived by my mother, Gail, my older brothers, Nate and John, myself, his daughters-in-law, Lauren and Katie, grandkids, Kale and Dylan, his older brother, Ron, in Pennsylvania, his younger sister, Sherry, and her husband, Tony, in New Jersey, and his newest blue van, of which he told a friend, "I'm free at last, I'm going dragging."